How's it going, Sagittarius? Sagittarius in the house. Nikki here with Perspective 1111. Thanks for stopping by. This is a twin flame divine energy healing, divine energy reading for healing, okay? So it's a little bit different than the what is she up to, what is he up to readings. Not that I'm not going to put any of them out, because I absolutely will. But this has been something that Spirit's been pushing me to do for quite a while. It's something close to my heart, and Spirit has really been pushing me to put these out. I don't know how well received they will be, but I guess I'll find out in a few months. So we would appreciate it if you would drop a comment, stick a like and a subscribe on. If they are any benefit to you, we would really like to know, because they do take a little bit of time, and they're not something that I'm going to put out every month if they are not well received. But Spirit has been pushing me to do this because understanding your energy and what's going on within the energy and why it's going on is the first step. That awareness and understanding is the very first step in being able to heal, okay? It reduces your resistance to what is going on in your energy. And when you have less resistance to what the energy is trying to do, is trying to help you with, is trying to sort out for you, then you get deeper healing. And when you get deeper healing, you raise higher in vibration in a quicker linear time, and you therefore heal your connection in a quicker linear time. Okay? So Spirit has really been pushing for me to do readings this way. So I'm giving it a shot. I had to come up with a spread. I had to figure it out. So hopefully they do go over okay. And hopefully they're okay the way they are. But if they're not, I guess I will figure that out along the way too. Okay? So this is Sagittarius. We have the inner masculine and the inner feminine. Oh my gosh. Tongue-tied and twisted. Inner feminine. Okay. And what is going on? What the energy is trying to help you with through the month of May. So hopefully it can release your, oh my gosh, what is wrong with my mouth? Reduce your resistance, okay, guys? So we have the overall energy, the overall state of your energy right now. We also have what the divine masculine energy is receiving and working through, what the divine feminine energy is receiving and working through, and some guidance. I've picked the oracle cards ahead of time. It's Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, possibly North Node, that it can affect you in, okay? So check your other signs, because that will let you know what else is working through your energy, okay? Yeah, so Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and I will pick clarifiers along the way, but I've done the oracle cards ahead of time because these readings are a little lengthy. They are about healing. It's not just a matter of this is a possible outcome, that is a possible outcome. It's really trying to dig a bit deeper into understanding what is going on in your energy to be able to make changes and understand. Okay, guys? So, yeah, give me some feedback. I would love some feedback on these, like really, I really would. And Spirit will thank you for that as well, since they're the ones pushing me. Okay. So, the overall energy, Sagittarius. The first card out for you guys was be supportive. Make a genuine effort to show you care. Okay? So, maybe you're being a little standoffish. You may not realize you're being a little standoffish, but energetically you could be being a little standoffish where somebody is concerned, maybe a little protective of your energy, a little protective of your heart even. And when you're protecting your heart, you aren't open to receive. And you aren't open to give fully either. Okay? And that was kind of backed up here with the Ace of Chalices in reverse. Okay? So this tells me that emotions aren't in a flow, aren't in a proper flow of abundance right now, aren't open to receiving, aren't open to giving 100% right now. There's something in the way. It's usually associated to self-love in some way. I'm going to tell you that right now. It's usually associated to self-love in some way. So that has come in with Six of Keys, which is the crescent moon. So maybe you have been working on something else. Maybe you've been working on mission. This is a card of working on something and being victorious in it, being recognized for your work, putting in some hard work. We have the waxing moon here in the window, the crescent moon, okay, waxing up to a full moon. So building in abundance, building and creating something in the material world. So you possibly have been very, have been concentrating all your energy on manifesting something in a very physical way. It could be union. It actually could be a relationship. But usually the Six of Keys is very similar to the Pentacles, right? No, sorry. The Wands. And it's something you're passionate about. So it could be a relationship. But here in the Six of Keys, it's depicted as something in a physical form. So that means that you're either really focused on actual union, the outcome, and not the journey, which is affecting your self-love because you're protecting yourself in some way, trying to create this beautiful finished product here, okay? Concentrating on an end result instead of concentrating on how you're going to get there. You're working really hard at it. You're putting all of your heart and soul into it, but too much of your heart and soul into it that you quite possibly are blocking the flow in other areas of your life, okay? This is an awesome card, and you are going to be recognized in some way for your efforts. So whatever you're working on, if it's work or if it's mission or if it's some kind of hobby or if it's like getting your house right or your finances in order or whatever the case may be that you have been working on, it's going to end up being successful. But there's emotional flow that is a little blocked right now. And we're going to find out why, okay? We're going to find out why. So here in the masculine energy, the overall energy or the energy coming in to help in the inner divine masculine energy for Sagittarius is Hathor, the goddess of love. And she is about sensuality and sexuality. She is about the feminine energy and all of its glory. She is about making love to life, making love to the food you eat, making love to your beloved, making love to that you're working on, really putting the feminine power and attributes and strength into everything, really being open in all areas for that flow of sensuality, for that flow of what makes feminine, right? Really enjoying life. She is the energy that feels the grass beneath her feet and feels every blade of it. She is the energy who feels the sun on her face and basks in its warmth and takes a bite of her favorite dessert and savors every morsel of it until it slides down her throat. Okay? That's the type of energy she is. That's the type of goddess she is. And that's the type of energy that's being brought in to your masculine energy. What this is suggesting to me, from my point of view here, looking at this with this energy coming in to the masculine energy, is that maybe you're a little pig-headed. And no offense, Saggy, no offense, okay, seriously. Nobody's here to judge anybody, okay? We all have our issues. We're all going through this mess of ascension where we're all being faced with the ugliest parts of ourselves, okay? So is there a very stubborn side to you where you can be very hard and kind of like shut off your fiery energy? Is there a side of you that can put up your firewall in this area with a passion? Put it up with a passion, right? And that's just the end of that, you know? That's the end. That's what it's suggesting to me here with this kind of energy coming in or needed. It's suggesting to me that there's something very rigid and cold within the inner masculine that needs to break down. That's my feeling. Okay, that's my intuitive feeling here. And Sagittarius are very free-spirited generally, but you do like to get your way, right? And that's what I'm thinking. Right? Not getting your way, you tend to get a little defensive, maybe. And we all do. We all do. But this is suggesting maybe a little harsher than normal here. In the divine masculine energy here, we have in the spiritual space, dark night of the soul. So you could be quite up and down this month. You could be releasing a lot of lower vibrations this month, hitting some massive downtimes, okay? In the mental energy, we have big dreams. So there is something that you're focused on. There is something that you really want to manifest, that you really want to have come true for you, okay? In the heart space, we have free will here. And the way I'm taking this is you're making a choice to put that wall up. You don't realize it probably, but you are making a choice to put this wall up. Okay, the Ace of Chalices in reverse. You may not realize you are, but it's your free will that's put it there. That's the way I'm taking this. We'll find out. We're going to pull clarifiers on that, but this is the way it's coming across to me. And in the physical space, we have release here, right? So something that needs to be let go of, which dark night of the soul here coming in the spiritual or pushing in the spiritual is causing this purging here, right? Something to release in regards to a big dream that you have exerted some kind of free will over here in the heart space. And this is the heart space. So I'm thinking that you've got this free will in the heart space and Ace of Chalices in reverse, which is emotions, right? It's Ace of Cups. And you're working on something really, really hard, okay? Which you are going to be recognized for. You are going to be recognized for whatever this is, even if this is part of this, if it's got to do with a relationship and you've kind of closed yourself off a little bit because it's not going the way you think, or you're not seeing the problem on your side, you're only seeing the problem on their side. That's what I'm hearing here, you know. And I see it all the time online in groups, honestly. I see it constantly, all the time. He needs to change that. He's not doing this. It's got nothing to do with him. What's in manifests out. And everybody on the twin flame journey needs to understand that. It needs to be healed inside you for it to manifest out. And unfortunately, we don't get to see. It's hard. It's hard for us to see, especially the things in our subconscious. And this is why Spirit has been pushing me to do these readings. So this is a choice that you have made here to do with your emotions. This is a choice you have made based on some kind of emotion, based on something you're feeling in your heart. Okay? So let's see if we can get some clarity on this for you. Maybe give you some understanding on it so you can make a different conscious choice to make some changes in that regard and allow for more release. More release, deeper healing. Deeper healing, higher vibrations, right? So let's ask. Spirit, can we get clarification on the divine masculine energy within Sagittarius, please? Clarification on the divine masculine energy within Sagittarius, please. What is healing? What is dark night of the soul in the spiritual space representing, please? Can we get clarification on dark night of the soul? Clarification for dark night of the soul, please, for Sagittarius. Clarification on dark night of the soul, please, for Sagittarius. Can we get one more, please, Spirit? One more, please. This one? Okay. Okay, so we have Ace of Swords in reverse and we have Three of Swords in reverse, guys. Okay, so this is some kind of thought pattern you're holding on to. This is being unclear. The Ace of Swords in reverse is being unclear, not seeing the truth, not understanding something, not understanding the truth, creating heartbreak here. Three of Swords in reverse. The truth is in there, okay? See all those swords in the heart? You got this big one right down the center here, okay? That is your truth. It's at the bottom, and it's being smothered by these other thoughts at the top here, right? Keeping you in a pattern, in a thinking pattern that is keeping you in heartbreak. Because you're not understanding something. You're not seeing the truth of the situation. There's something you are just not seeing. There is a perspective, a thought pattern, possibly a program that you are running on. It could be a very, a very strong limiting belief that you are not recognizing as a limiting belief that you think is true, but it's not true. Okay, it's not true for the soul journey to 5D. May have been true in the third dimensional perspective of things, but it is not high enough vibration to be going where we're going. And this is something that you're hanging on to and that is causing a ton of conflict. But it's not the truth. It's not the truth. Okay, so this has something to do with the way you're thinking. The way you're thinking here. What's the big dreams about here for Sagittarius in the divine masculine energy? What is the big dreams here in the mental divine masculine energy for Sagittarius? What are the big dreams about? Why are the big dreams here in the mental? One more, please, Spirit. One more, please. Thank you. Okay, so we have Page of Pentacles in reverse. So something new that is not manifesting. The pages to me represent the higher self. Okay, that first, like, and it's upright, right? It's that first step of newness, that first step of bringing something into creation. In reverse, it's not happening, right? It's something you're not seeing able to manifest, something you're not able to bring into reality in some way here. With the King of Pentacles upright, something that there's something, this is rocking, it's rocking your foundation, okay? It's rocking what you perceive as reliable, responsible, reasonable, grounded, true, and steady, okay? What you perceive as that, you're trying to manifest that in. There's some kind of core belief here, guys. I'm telling you, there's some kind of core belief that needs to go. There's some perception you're holding onto that you're staying really pig-headed on or really structured on. That's to do with it. Like it's a core foundation. It's a foundational belief that you think in regards to whatever it is that you're dreaming about. So it's like a baseline for the dream. It could be, if this is a relationship that you're trying to manifest, it could be the very base core of what you believe a love relationship should look like, feel like, manifest like. It could be the very belief that you think. It even could be something so stupid and simple, like really believing that the man should make more money than the woman, or really believing that the man should have the job of putting garbage to the curb every day, or really believing that the man should be the driver of the car whenever the two of you go out. Like, it can be something so stupid. Really, honestly, it really can. But it's something that's just not aligned in the fifth dimension. It doesn't have to be the big picture you're picturing. It can be one small thing in that big picture you're picturing. It could be the belief that he has to come forward in this way, or, you know, doesn't, like, nothing else matters. He has to come forward in this way. It can be anything like that, but there's something that you consider the base, that you consider foundational, that you consider that action to be a reliable action, okay? That you're trying to manifest here in accordance to what you think your big dream should look like. And it's not aligned. It's not aligned with the fifth dimensional love, okay? And you're hanging on to this. This free will here, I'm telling you, this is a choice you are making. This is an emotional choice you have made based on something you think you feel strongly about. And it's a belief, it's a thought that you actually feel strongly about. That's what I'm hearing. What's the free will here? What's this free will about in the emotional space for the divine masculine of Sagittarius? What's this free will about, please? Why is the free will here? Why is free will in the emotional space of Sagittarius, please? You could have made a decision to even cut ties with your twin, or to voice that opinion to him or her, and it's caused because of a belief of something that you're holding tight to. And it's caused some loss. It's caused some feelings of despair and grief and sorrow. And your heart is concentrating on this loss. So you've blocked it somehow because you are focused on this loss, okay? When you focus on something like that, you can actually block. Okay, you can actually block the energy here. Knight of Swords. This, because, yeah, because there hasn't been any action taken in the truth. There hasn't been any communication. There's no communication, and you've kind of put up a wall in your heart here because of this lack of communication that's causing you to focus on the loss. So you've made this free will decision because you're so focused on the loss and the heartbreak here. But there's some thought you're holding on to. There is some thought. What is Sagittarius releasing? What is release about in the physical? What is Sagittarius releasing, or need to release, or will be releasing? What is this release about, please? Okay. I'm hearing expectations. Page of Wands is a spark of idea, an inspiration, right? A new passion, a new intuition, new enlightenment, it can represent new communication. The Sun in reverse is saying no new beginning right now in this, okay? You need to release the fact that you haven't seen a new beginning in this right now. This could be blocking your connection with spirit, your connection with your higher self here. The Page of Wands, even though in readings people will say, oh, it could be an offer coming in, or the very first thought of an offer, an inspiration to make an offer. I see the pages as the higher self. All of them. Okay? One is like, they're all offers to a degree, but I see the wands as very much like an inner. Okay? It's connection with self. It's connection with spirit. It's connection with higher self. And I'm seeing there's a bit of a block here in, there's been this taking a long time to manifest for you, Sagittarius, is just not making you happy. You're a fire sign. You're very action oriented. You want to go, you're a dreamer. You're an action oriented dreamer, Sagittarius, right? You're a free spirit. And you don't understand. You're struggling through the fact that this is somewhat structured. This journey is somewhat structured, right? There is a process to it, and you're struggling with that. And I'm hearing this is expectation here, okay? This passionate spark of idea and intuition, like this creative energy with the Sun in reverse is telling me there's some kind of expectation you have to let go of. And it's got something to do with a belief, okay? Maybe we'll get a clearer picture from the feminine energy on what that belief is. But there is some kind of belief that you're holding on to. There's an idea that you are holding on to, a thought you are holding on to that is preventing, it's now blocking your heart, okay? It's now blocking your flow in your heart. And you're working on it. You're trying to work on it. You're trying to create something. But there's this block now in your heart. And you're focused on this loss here. You're really focused on this loss. And I'm even seeing it here in the feminine energy. And look at this. We have miscommunication here for divine feminine. And this is what I was saying about the Page of Wands, really representing the higher self and the communication between yourself and spirit, between your soul and ego. We have miscommunication here. The way that you're putting something out, or the way that you are perceiving something is not coming across right, either in the physical or within yourself, or what you're putting out to the universe. Okay? What you're putting out to the universe could be the wrong thoughts as well, okay? Because when you have miscommunication with the universe, if you're focused on this loss, you're going to be attracting more loss to you. If you're focused on this heartbreak, you're attracting more of the heartbreak to you. If you're focused on this idea that something has to be this particular way, and that is not supported in fifth dimension, it's not going to get there. You're just going to keep attracting that towards you and not able to raise in vibration because that is not supported in the fifth dimension. You see what I'm saying? But we have miscommunication here. So there's some kind of miscommunication going on here. We have observer in the spiritual energy. So somebody, you could be stalking. You could be stalking your divine masculine. Or you could be watching and not really learning, because communication is about learning. Okay, communication is about being open to listen as well as to speak, right? As well as to express. It's also being open to listen. So observer here, the hangman fell out. So you need to take pause, take a step back, maybe go online and do some research on limiting beliefs and patterns about limiting beliefs and thought patterns here, because there's a new perspective needed on this. Can we get another card, please, with observer? With observer in the spiritual energy, it is about taking pause and doing your research, needing to get educated on something, okay? And we have the Eight of Cups here. Walking away, all right? Somebody walking away from something, but towards something else, towards something good, okay? Not just loss, Five of Cups, grief and loss. This is walking away from something that's not serving you towards something else that is good and better. Looking for that ninth cup, okay? Because of new perspective, because you learned something in some way, and leaving behind some of the emotional grief that you have been feeling. See, there's 1, 2, 3 cups fallen over here out of those 8. 1, 2, 3 cups falling over here out of those 8. 1, 2, 3 cups here is the loss on the Five of Cups. So leaving behind the loss. Leaving behind the loss and going to look for that other cup. Getting educated, learning something. With observer in the spiritual energy, coming more aware of something. So a new perspective, a new understanding here that is needed. And in the mental energy, we have communication. What is communication in the mental energy for divine feminine, please? Seven of Pentacles in reverse. You're impatient about communication. You could be frustrated if you aren't getting your if you feel you aren't getting your spiritual communication right now. If that is what this block is about, you could be frustrated and impatient about it, which is only going to block it further. Or this could be about communication with your divine masculine here. You're impatient about something you have been working on, Eight of Pentacles, something you have been working on skillfully or trying to work on skillfully, something you have been very focused about doing or feel you have been very focused about doing, and you're getting impatient because you're not seeing the rewards, you're not seeing the communication, whether it's the communication internal, spiritual to yourself, whether it's the communication between your two energies or the communication outwardly to your divine masculine. You're getting really impatient. Miscommunication here. There is some kind of very significant creative block in your energy, and I'm telling you right now, it's due to some kind of belief you're holding on to. It's due to some kind of belief. I'm going to put them back because I wasn't asking a question. I wasn't past this card yet. So yeah, that's what's going on here, Sagittarius. Wow, guys. That sucks. Crap. When I saw the Goddess of Love come out at first, I was like, ooh, right on. But no, not right on. Okay. In the heart space for Divine Feminine, we have winter. That's telling me something cold, something's frozen. Something is at a standstill in the heart space here, and we have it here, and we have it here, and we have it showing in the spiritual energy here. Can we get clarification on winter in the Divine Feminine's heart space, please? Clarification on winter in Divine Feminine's heart space. And if your communication, if this is spiritual communication that's blocked, if this is like your creative energy and your inspiration, and you're just like really frustrated because you feel like you're not getting your spiritual communication, your flow. If this has got if this is what's blocked, having a frozen heart, blocking your heart, blocking out love, is not going to better the situation, because we really do communicate through our heart. And in the 5th dimension, we are going to be manifesting from our heart as well. Okay, we have death here. That's good. Death on top of the winter. So something that is transforming, something that's transitioning, something that is ending. So winter is coming to an end here, I guess, because we have compromise coming in here. We have compromise in the physical here. So you could be learning to compromise this belief, maybe. Or you could be learning, or it could be, this energy is coming in to break down some sort of belief, some sort of thought pattern you have, which could be bringing in some kind of compromise for you here. Yeah, there's something that you're not seeing clearly here. King of Swords in reverse. Something you're not seeing clearly here. There's something you're holding on to, a thought you're holding on to that needs to transition, that needs to change, that needs to reinvent itself, right? That needs, yeah, and it, oh wow. And it's got to do with a union. It's got to do with manifesting or compromise. It's a compromise to do with it's something you believe. It's something you believe about union. Okay? It's something you believe about love. It's something you believe about how love should manifest, how union should manifest, what a relationship should look like between two people, because 2 of Cups is in reverse here, and you need to compromise on that thought here. You need to compromise on that idea. Okay, Ace of Wands in reverse, inspiration, creativity. You are not being flexible here. You need to compromise. You need to compromise on whatever this thought pattern is. It's not telling us what this thought pattern is about, though. Well, it is. It's about relationships. It's about the way you view. It's about the way you view relationships. I keep hearing expectations, guys. You've got expectations surrounding what love should look like. You've got expectations surrounding either what love should look like between two people, or what love of self looks like, or what love of there's some kind of expectation here that is in a thought pattern that needs to be broken down, that is very rigid. You're very rigid on it. You're very set in your way on it. It's blocking communication. It's blocking spiritual communication. It's blocking, because anything that's blocked on the inside is going to be blocked on the outside. So if you've got spiritual communication blocked between yourself and spirit, between your two inner energies, you're going to have it blocked with your divine masculine, because that's what will manifest out. And you're working your ass off on something here, but there's something you're not seeing. There is some truth you are not seeing here. You're not seeing it here, and you're not seeing it here. So you're not seeing it in the heart of feminine, you're not seeing it in the spiritual of masculine. Some softness needs to come in to break down this stubborn rigidness that you have, this pig-headed view. You have a pig-headed view. I don't mean your belief is pig-headed. I mean you're stuck on a belief or a thought or a way of doing something. You're stuck on it. You're stuck on a way of doing something, and it's not aligned, guys. It's not aligned. It's not the truth. This is about something, this is about a thought pattern, a belief that you hold, something that you have based your entire, something you think is reliable and responsible, but it's not manifesting, and it's not manifesting because it's not aligned for some reason. What's the guidance here? Okay, we have faith. Okay, this card, it's a number 22. Look at that, 2 11s. This card is suggesting you can do this. This card suggests, I actually think it's about thoughts. It's having the faith in a thought process. You know what? Give me a second, because I'm going to pull the book out on this, because rather than go with my intuition, I want to be right. Because, like, well, when I say I want to be right, not that my intuition is wrong, but I think it's about thoughts. I think it's about the way you're thinking on something, and I just want to read what's written. 22. Okay, have faith. Okay. To generate more faith, focus on the why, your dreams, desires, feelings, attitudes, and thinking, and not the how, action plan, strategies, and skills. Your whole life, see, it's about thought. I knew it was. I knew it was the faith of thought, not the faith of heart. I knew it was. Okay, your whole life you have been taught to think about the how, which leads to doubt and fear. The wisdom of this card is asking you to only focus on the why. The magic that will happen if you stop focusing on the how, right? That's this working hard on something, but you're blocking something because your thought pattern is off, right? The magic that will happen if you stop focusing on the how and only on the why is that after some time of practice, you will notice that the how will present itself to you. It is through your focused positive thinking that you will create people, circumstances, and events that will take you closer to your dreams. What you have mostly done is to focus on the how, which has made you doubt yourself. This means that you are vibrating negative thoughts out to the universe. That's the communication. See? Told ya. Okay, there we go. Keeping your dreams away. Remember, you were created to be a co-creator here on earth, designed for achievement. Faith is knowing that everything is going to work out for the best possible way, no matter what things look like now. So focus on the why, guys. Take your head out of whatever thoughts you're having about trying to manifest this, okay? See this big dream, trying to build something stable and reliable that's not coming into fruition, that's not manifesting. There's no communication, no action. It's just, you're just focused on this loss. Take your head out of the game, okay? Take your head out of the game completely. And just think about why. Just think about, why you deserve this. And why you deserve that. And why you want this and why you want that. As opposed to how. because we don't get to control how. Divine timing gets to control how. The universe gets to control how. We don't get to control how. So take your head away from the how, okay, guys? Because you're blocking your heart. You're blocking your heart. You're blocking the giving and receiving of love. There's something you're not seeing. There's something untrue about the way you're thinking about the how. So, yeah. So try and let it go. Past life issue here. The situation has a basis in one of, has a basis in one of your previous lifetimes. Ask your angels to help you remember, release, learn, and heal from your past experiences. I've just recently done some of this work, and if you guys watch my channeled message from earlier in the week, the new moon channeled message, past life stuff came through. I said, Spirit, it was an add-on. Look at the add-on one. Spirit came through with past life stuff after the initial few messages that I was given, and I came back on to talk about it. There's a lot of past life stuff filtering through this month, a lot, okay? This thought pattern could be some kind of karmic cycle that you're stuck in due to a past life issue. It also could be due to a past life vow, that has to do with love in some way, okay? So take a look at those rituals for releasing past life vows. But you need to have it brought into your conscious mind. So you have to ask your spirit guides. You have to ask them to please show you, give you signs and indications on what these vows or promises or decrees or oaths could possibly be in regarding. And you need to acknowledge some kind of lesson. And then you need to thank the vow for the lesson, and ask the Lords of Karma and the Akashic Record Keepers, as well as a few Ascended Masters, Archangel Michael, Metatron, and a few of the Ascended Masters, to be with you and bear witness to you releasing this vow and make a new vow to replace it, okay? If you guys need any help, my information is below. There's also people I can put you in contact with for helping you with this. If not me, okay? And this one here, it is safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. I told you, you're blocking your heart here, guys. Whatever this thought, this belief or thought pattern that you are stuck in, Sagittarius, it's got to do with a past life. It's got to do with self-love, because anything that is blocking your heart has to do with self-love, okay? And it's blocking your heart. It's got something to do with communication. So communicating with your beloved, communicating with your two energies, between the two energies, and communicating yourself with spirit. It's messed up all in there. It's affecting all of that. But that's what's healing this month, or that's what the energy is working on healing this month. And the more you can dive into this, the more you can work with the energy on this, the deeper the healing will go, and the more you will be able to release this month, as opposed to waiting for the next time this energy rolls around for you, okay? For your, for a planet within your chart. So that could be, 3 months from now or 5 months from now. Okay, so can we get a message from Atlantis, please, for Sagittarius on this? A message from Atlantis, please, for Sagittarius. From the Atlantean Times. A message for Sagittarius, please, on this. Message for all the lovely Saggies. Okay, we have enlightenment. In golden Atlantis, the people were all enlightened beings who achieved this state of divine illumination by living serene, contemplative lives, honoring and respecting all people and the natural world. They maintained their high frequency by being in the moment, radiating love and appreciating all that they had, by holding positive attitudes and trusting the flow of life. They had a constant connection with the divine and knew they were a part of the oneness. Your guidance is to stop doing and striving. Forget about tomorrow. Just still your mind and be in the now. In this quiet time, contemplate the wonders of life and appreciate all that you do have, including the opportunity for life on earth. Your reward will be inner peace and a sense of divine connection. Enlightenment is being in oneness. This totally goes with the fact that I was saying you're concentrating on your loss and you're trying to manifest something too harshly from a place that's not in your heart, because your heart's blocked here. Your heart is blocked here by this fiery passion of wanting to do and wanting to do it in a particular way. That's the problem. Wanting to do it in a particular way, stuck to a particular belief. And this is associated to a past life. Okay? This is associated to a past life and the fact that you are focusing on this loss here. Focusing on the loss, focusing on what union should look like. And that it's not looking like anything right now. Let's see, can we get a message from the Sagittarius Divine Feminine to the Divine Masculine, please? Can we get a message for Sagittarius Divine Feminine to the Divine Masculine? But when you look at the two energies side by side like this, and you see the masculine and the feminine, and you see the masculine heart space, feminine heart space, and these two combine in the being, right, in the one person. So you've got loss and lack of communication, lack of action here, and here you've got needing transformation because the heart is frozen and cold, not seeing the truth, not seeing things clearly. And they just go hand in hand. Here you've got in the physical, you've got no new beginning, no new start right now. And this no new start has something to do with communication and inspiration and creativity. And here you've got the Ace of Wands in reverse. No new start and creativity to do with a union or an emotional connection that is not manifesting. Like it all goes hand in hand, the two energies working together. And you can see how like the heart of one affects the mental of the other, etc., right? Okay. So from the feminine to the masculine, we have soulmate. Your soulmate is already with you in spirit. Believe this, and they will manifest physically. This is because you're focusing on the loss here, okay? The divine masculine energy is focusing on the loss, and so the divine feminine is saying, I'm already here, baby. I'm already here. I'm with you all the time. You haven't lost me. You just don't have me to touch right now. But if you close your eyes, you can touch me all you want, right? And sometimes that's what we have to do in this journey, guys. And then over here on the feminine side, we have embrace. Through each other, you find the missing pieces. Oh my gosh, what was I just saying? About how the energies work together, okay? The communication between the two energies. Through each other, you find the missing pieces. So look at the way your masculine, or who you associate as your masculine. He's your mirror. And the mirror thing can be very confusing, especially when you're first starting out, because you're looking at the manifested action, right? And you're saying, well, he's a clutter. Like he's got clutter everywhere. I don't clutter. Where is clutter in your life? Might not be physical. Might not be physical clutter. It might be family problems. That's cluttering your life. That's cluttering your energy field. It might be, do you see what I'm saying though? It may not manifest the same. It's the energy behind it that's the same. So you need to look in the mirror, and then you need to say, what energy would create that? What thought patterns would create that? What emotions would create that? What creative inspired energy would create that? And then you have to go back and analyze yourself. Okay, now where would this kind of energy be manifesting in my life? Okay, well, it can be manifesting here and it can be manifesting here. So which one of those could possibly be a problem? And then you work on those areas. That's how the mirror works. Okay? If anybody needs any help, my information is below. If anybody wants a reading, my information is below. I would really appreciate, and so would Spirit, some comments on whether these readings are going to be helpful. And I would love it if you would support me on my own journey. Thumbs up, subscribe, and good luck with this, guys. I hope I've given you something to work on, something to heal, some kind of understanding and clarity here. And I'll catch you next month or during another time this month with a different kind of reading. Okay, Sagittarius? Thanks. Have a good one. Bye, guys.